And welcome back, Firewood addicts, to another episode of Travis Does Firewood. Today we have a new wood species in the yard. Can you guess what it is? Alright, don't mind the intro with the pallets. The point is, me adding that was, if you see the blue ones, get the blue ones. They are heavier than balls. But they tend just to be beefier to put your wood on, building structures. They're just all around awesome and they'll last forever. A local church had a few in the parking lot. I drove by yesterday. It had like 2 stacks. I'm like, oh, in the morning I'll go and get them. So when by there in the morning to drop off my daughter at camp, there's only 4 left, and half of them were the blue ones. But anyway, when you see the blue ones, get the blue ones. Back to the episode. So, did you guess what this is? Did you guess what this is here? Can you guess? Walnut. So, if you've been following the channel for a while, you know that I am a thrifty, cheap person. It is what it is. And on my local Buy Nothing group on Facebook, I saw this guy had these pieces, slabs, I guess you could say, of walnut. He got these rounds, and he literally used a chainsaw to make slabs. And he was going to do something with it, and now they're ending up moving. And I came by to swing by to get some stuff from him, including these walnut pieces. And I told him, hey man, this is just gonna be for firewood. And he's like, how that is what it is. I didn't do the project, and yeah, bummer. I mean, but using a chainsaw, I mean, these are not straight cuts, so I don't know what his plan was to use a planer again and again and again to get this to be usable. But I mean, to each their own. It is what it is. But some of these pieces are definitely, it would have taken him hours to prepare them for anything. Anyway, I have an assortment of stacks here. Today I'm going to load them. I want to split them down into smaller pieces, and I'm going to ask my sauna guy if he wants to burn some walnut. I think this is going to be better than anything I've had in the yard thus far that I've actually had to sell thus far. The hornbeam, I don't know. In terms of BTUs, I have not researched that. But in terms of BTUs, the hornbeam versus walnut, I don't know. But hornbeam is not seasoned yet. It's still wet. This stuff has been bone dry for a long time, like years. So, let's get loaded up. I'm gonna split it up. I'm gonna put it in a tote so it's out of the way, and then walnut special. Yes, elephant in the room. I do have logs here. They're large and in charge.
Is this queer? They're large and in charge and looking for chickies.
And therefore another episode. So don't mind the logs. I will get to them and you'll see them being processed. But right now, one thing at a time. Okay, one thing at a time. It's in my driveway. I can't use my driveway right now. I need to get this out of here. But the first thing is getting this walnut laying on top. Get it loaded up, get split up, get it into a pile so I can offload it. So it's walnut time. So I'm going to try to add some commentary, here we go, to this episode while you're watching me split this walnut. So when I first started splitting, I looked down and I noticed that the pop-out valve, or whatever you call it, for the hydraulic fluid was leaking. I'm like, ugh. I hate how these splitters are so fickle. They have to be level for them to work properly. It's frustrating, and I think that's the case for even the pro style splitters. So I had to stop, turn off the machine, stop the camera, and then put the lower wheel on some boards so it's level, because I'm on some rough terrain right now. Another thing too, as you see the wheelbarrow, even though I did load my boat trailer with the walnut slab pieces, I couldn't back in or pull. I could have pulled in, but then backing in would have been a chore in this narrow spot, because if you know anything about towing and trailers, the shorter the trailer, the harder it is to back up. So I didn't want to fight it, so I just ended up having to park the boat trailer on the grass, and then I'll haul the slabs in to where I'm slitting and toward the cages. So it is what it is. It is what it is. So yeah, that was as you were seeing this, I just split one wheelbarrow, or one trailer load. I think I have at least one more left. This is some interesting pieces. I think the guy the person who he got them from didn't know. I don't know. I mean, the lengths of them vary from like 20 inches to like 8 or so. They're all over the place, and I don't think it's the guy's fault who I got this from. I think it's the person who he got rounds from, walnut rounds. I don't think the walnut is a native species. I think it's one of those like landscaping trees that people buy. A tree, a sapling from a landscaping, like a nursery. Yeah, there you go. And then they plant it to have it look nice in their yard, whatever. Kind of like, I think aspen. I think I got some aspen rounds last year, and I don't think aspen is native to this area. But so the pieces, I'll have to, when I do sell them to my sauna guy, I have to sort. I have to make sure that I have my measuring stick out. I make sure that all the pieces are at 16 or less. I don't think he minds burning chunks, but I wanted to make sure that they were more manageable pieces to fit in his small little wood stove. All the rest of the pieces that I'll have in here, either I'll sell as premium hardwood mix, or I'll just burn in my own wood stove. Now, I was planning on burning on my own wood stove. Now, for Buy Nothing groups in this theme or movement, especially on Facebook, you're not supposed to resell what you get for free. And so I'm like, well, should I do this or not? Well, I'm not selling or reselling the slabs. I'm selling firewood. I am taking it one more step. I'm splitting them down further so that it's firewood. Therefore, it's not the same as when I got it. It's now a usable product, where before it was usable but not really sellable. So that's where I think I'm going to, if anyone wants to argue the point in my neighborhood that, oh, Travis, you're selling the things you have for free, well, not necessarily, not directly. So that's going to be my point. But anyway, if you're a part of a local Buy Nothing group too, just be careful. It's a big no-no if you get caught getting things for free and then selling it for a profit somehow. So that's where I'm going to be okay with my conscience with this deal. So some good wood pieces in here. I'm very happy that I was able to snag this. I think I was the only person who wanted it, and now was the best time to get firewood. People in the winter time, even though they have extra firewood, they'll sell it. Most of them will sell it, and now it's summertime. They don't need cords upon cords of wood, and they may not be looking forward into the forecast of the coming fall and winter. So this time of year is when I have been able to snag really cheap or even free cords of wood, and most of that wood that I got was pretty good. Maybe not as high quality wood as I would prefer, but cheap is cheap and free is free. And if I can turn around and flip that, especially if it's free, money in the bank. It is awesome. So let's continue splitting. So as I'm splitting this, I'm in my mind thinking, do you ever have rounds of wood or pieces of wood that you got from somewhere, or from a friend or a neighbor or arborist, even arborist? I mean, obviously, like the smoker, firewood folk out there, do you ever split wood that you're thinking to yourself, wow, this is a gorgeous piece of wood and I'm splitting it to burn? It could have been used for something else, a tabletop, furniture, an ornament, a carving, I don't know, what have you, but just like the grains are beautiful, or just a knot just looked perfect, or has like some holes in it where you put like some like epoxy on it, it would just turn out amazing and just pop, right? But no, you have it in your hands, or you're cutting it with a chainsaw, or you have it in your hands with your splitter, and you're looking at it like, well, c'est la vie. It's gonna be burned. Either it's gonna be used for smoking meats, or it's gonna be used to outside the fireplace, or inside keeping people warm, keeping me warm, or even that matter too. Like if it's like a quality hardwood, and people want to buy it to burn outside for a campfire for s'mores, like. I'm sure I know other channels have touched upon the subject of people who are wood snobs, and they that's all they want to burn is a certain kind of wood, use it as a hardwood for anything, either in their home, at their cabin, outside, whatever the case might be. They're gonna burn that specific wood for whatever reason, and you still make that money. I mean, the money is money. You don't care if you're selling firewood, and either they buy a softwood, they buy a hardwood, whatever it is. But the money is money, yes. But you, at least for me, I feel kind of bad. Like if I know that gorgeous piece of wood or that hardwood is going to be used for just outside fire pit, it doesn't make any sense to me, folks. Doesn't make any sense. Anyway, most of this wood is good quality. There's some punkiness. But because it was outside, or it was undercover, definitely dry wood, because it was outside, I think some of the rodents got to it, had some like spider webs on it, some discoloration from when it got moist and then dried, and moist got dried. I don't think I'm going to sell it as premium. I'm going to sell it as my regular price per rack, just because I don't feel comfortable enough selling it at my normal rate, because it's kind of dirty. And there's some dirt on it too. I mean, the guy who had it before me did what he could to take care of it, that it was going to be dry. But when it's outside, even on the cover, the elements do get to it, and it happens. So that's that. And as well as you may be wondering why I'm cutting it, or sorry, why I'm splitting it so small, so thin. Because I want it to look like firewood. I want it not to look like what it was before I got it, slab wood for ornamental, or like for cutting board use. I want it to look like firewood. So I'm cutting it small, just for that reason. It's already seasoned, it's already dry, so I don't need to cut it small to get more airflow to it, more surface area, so it will dry faster. No, it's already dry. It's ready to burn right now. But I want to split it small so it looks more like firewood and less like slab wood. So that's that. So let's get back to the other last pile, and then we'll be done with the walnut. All right. So I had one more load for the trailer up at the hill, but that's it. So it was what, two and a half trailers load of walnut slabs. So here we have, here's the haul, and this is one of the bigger, taller ICB totes. So I don't know, let's throw it in. I don't know, definitely like 1/4 of a cord, I guess. I don't know, you can argue it's less than that. It's a haul. Definitely worth my time getting, definitely worth my time to split further. Even if I don't sell this, this is, I don't know, several nights, maybe a week's worth of overnight firewood. Like, this stuff will just burn well, hot heat. Excited. Definitely don't see a lot of walnut in my area, so definitely happy to jump on this, and I urge you to do the same. When you see wood that's available, jump on it. It's not going to be there tomorrow, especially pallets. You drive by them one night, next morning, like I just said earlier in the episode, they're gone. It is what it is. I mean, like, everyone likes free stuff, and if you see it, jump on it. Don't wait on it, just go. So yeah, a free walnut. Awesome score, definitely the first time I have had walnut in the wood yard, and I hope that it's not the last time. So, walnut, awesome score. But enough yapping for me. I'll get to those logs at some point soon. You'll see it definitely on the channel. I need my driveway back, but other things to do. Definitely sunny on the horizon, next 10 days of sun, so definitely I'll be outside. It's now July, happy 4th coming up, and I'll be preparing for my trip to Vermont soon. I may need to ship myself a chainsaw, so I'll get that coordinated shortly, but yeah, enough of that. Thank you for tuning in, I appreciate it. Until next time, don't be a prick. Stay kind to everyone. Rock and roll. Stay safe. Keep cutting. Cheers.